So after last season, we had some work to do. Truck was competitive, but it definitely wasn't a top 3 truck. Obviously, there's a lot of anticipation going into the first event. We show up Tuesday morning and it is just raining. I mean, there was tornado warnings. It was just like gnarly weather. There's a lot of advantages to having 2 trucks underneath the tent. We brought on Cam, he's driving the Pro Light. I think he has what it takes to win, so excited for him to be on board this year. So surrounding the event, we get to do a lot of great PR, and this time I got to throw out the first pitch to a minor league team called the Frisco Rough Riders. And then I knew as soon as the ball left my hand, I was in trouble. So after last season, we had some work to do. Truck was competitive, but it definitely wasn't a top 3 truck. So it was a lot of work over the winter, 14, 16-hour days for weeks on end. And you know, that's something that we really didn't have a chance to do last year. This year we had so much more time to prepare. So I brought Matt out to Arizona. We did a lot of things with just the infrastructure of the team. We had a new tent. We built a small little motorhome. We added a hospitality area for the fans to come check out what we're doing at the track. As far as the race team's concerned, we went and did our homework, and we changed a lot of the things on the back half. We changed where the radiator was placed, just to basically make the truck lighter and hopefully solve the issue of the truck always having understeer. We added new partners such as Hostile Wheels, Bilstein Shocks. So a lot of things we had to do to the truck to make it more competitive. But as far as the team as a whole, we worked really hard over the off season to improve the performance and efficiency of everything. Matt really did a great job in fabricating some pieces for us. And so the first race, you know, was huge because we really needed to see if those things worked. Obviously, there's a lot of anticipation going into the first event. We show up Tuesday morning and it is just raining. Testing was canceled day by day. We kind of looked at the forecast, the track conditions, and it was just too muddy. So I was really bummed that we canceled the race on Friday because everyone was looking forward to that event. And we just really couldn't move forward with it. I mean, there was tornado warnings. It was just like gnarly weather. And you know, obviously we put a lot of work into the off season to hit the track and to get things started, and it just rained so much that we really couldn't do anything about it. So last year we were a single truck team, and I think there's a lot of advantages to having 2 trucks underneath the tent. We brought on Cam, he's driving the Pro Light for Liquid Wrench. And it's great because Cam's been in the Pro Light series for a few years, very competitive. He's a strong contender for the championship this year. I think he has what it takes to win. It pushes me, so it'd be good to have another driver there, sort of bounce ideas off of and to kind of check out. So to have him on board just makes the overall program stronger as a whole. So excited for him to be on board this year. So surrounding the event, we get to do a lot of great PR, and this time I got to throw out the first pitch to a minor league team called the Frisco Rough Riders.
Getting ready to throw out the first pitch. Pretty nervous. Wish me luck.
So I'm walking up to the mound and they have the Speed Racer theme song playing, and I was feeling confident, and everything really looked good up until the point I got onto the mound and realized how far it was. I was pretty nervous, and then I knew as soon as the ball left my hand, I was in trouble.
All right, thank you.
I'm sorry.
The ball hit the ground, and I was pretty embarrassed. So there's not a future for me in baseball. Let's just put it that way. I'm gonna stick to flinging dirt and getting gnarly on jumps.
All right, Saturday morning, finally getting to do some running. So they canceled last night's race and doing everything today, so there'll only be 1 race. So let's head to the driver's meeting.
So Saturday was our first time on track, and it was good. The weather was good, but the track conditions were definitely tough. I mean, it was very rutted and muddy. So nerves are at an all-time high, but I feel like we were really prepared. So when we hit the track, we were very competitive right off the bat. First practice, I was 3rd. Cam was right there in the mix in Pro Light. Second practice, we were 4th. Cam was 5th. And then it was time to qualify. So qualifying didn't go as well as I would have liked. We had a little bit of a tech issue. They measure the the truck from the ground normally to the middle of the truck. It has to be a minimum of 10 inches. Well, this year they started measuring from the front skid plate, which actually meant that our truck was illegal. It was 3 inches too low, which doesn't sound like a lot, but in racing, a 3-inch ride height change is huge. So as soon as we raised up the front of the truck, it was a handful. And without the proper testing time that we sort of expected to have on Wednesday and Thursday, we were sort of in a situation where I knew I was going to have a handful for the race. Well, coming off of a qualifying, we were closer than I thought we were. We qualified 5th. The inversion was top 4, so we just missed the inversion. And I knew that we'd have to work hard because the truck sort of started acting like it did last year, kind of coming to the corner, didn't really want to turn in well. So I knew I had to really use the handbrake a lot, really force the issue on turn in, which is always really hard because you have the chance of over-rotating. So, struggled through the first part of the race. Admittedly, it was really far behind. Actually had the steering wheel click off on me, which I've never had happen in my entire career. So click back the steering wheel on the straightaway, and then it was on crooked. So I was struggling with that. So during the competition yellow, just sort of gathered my thoughts, clicked the steering wheel back on straight, and had a pretty good little race in the second half. Came home 4th, was able to grab that last spot on the last lap because Doug Matag was having some tire issues. And all in all, for the Pro 2 side of things, I think it was a great weekend. After the race was over, it was really cool. TORC actually had an autograph signing for all the fans, and it was a huge turnout. We were there probably an hour and a half, 2 hours signing autographs. So it's great that we made some new fans in Texas, and hopefully we can go back there next year and they'll invite their friends and we'll have an even bigger turnout. So now we roll to St. Louis, and basically we can't control the weather, but we have 2 days of testing there that they basically moved from the Texas states. So that's going to give us a great opportunity to try the new things that we've been wanting to try in the truck. And hopefully we'll be right there at the front.